Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Now, first of all, please wish me luck with this video, because the video I did just earlier on lasted for about 5 minutes and then got took down and was blocked again. Happening all too often these days, isn't it? It seems that the powers that be just don't like music in anyone else's videos at all. Now, I did a video earlier on about the fake news, the clickbait news that John Williams could be scoring the next James Bond movie. Little clue for you, he isn't. And the entire gist of my video was, he is not going to be scoring the next James Bond movie. He's 90 years old and he's still only 30% through scoring Indiana Jones 5. And he has retired. So, it ain't happening. So I did a little video about that and about this silly news that had come out. And I thought, bit of fun. I'll play a hodgepodge of James Bond music and John Williams music. And we'll try to sync it up. So we'll play a Superman theme going into the James Bond theme. A Jaws theme going into the James Bond theme. And I was talking over the whole lot and laughing. But it didn't get past them, did it? And do you know what? The entire video, which lasted about 30 minutes, no, it was over half an hour, I think. And a lot of talking, a lot of laughing, a lot of messing about, and everything was okay. All the music I played was fine, except for one thing, and that was the original Monty Norman. That. Everything else was great. This will probably get blocked now because I did that verbally. I've disputed it, so we'll see what happens. And I've been lucky the last 2 times I made a dispute. It worked, so we'll just see. Fingers crossed, hey, fingers crossed. In the middle of that video, there was a knock at the door. And my servants were all busy, so I had to go and answer it myself. I had to scuttle off away from the camera and come back with something, which I knew was coming. And it is a mystery canvas like what you see behind me. From your friend of mine, of course, you know him, you love him. It's Steve 007 Smith. Irony, methinks, 007. And he sent another canvas now. Here it is. It's all boxed up. It is here. I can't razoo it round because the Kilted Mansion address is on the other side of it. So, I'll have to wait. Now, as usual, Steve has sent me some clues as to what this is. Now, he only sent me the clues, I think it was the early hours of this morning, and then he said, by the way, it's coming. And I was like, oh my God, well, what is it? So what's the clues? I've written them down, because you know the game. Folks, you know the score. He sends me the clues, I try to work out what's in the box. I take my trusty ski and do, where is it? Oh yes, 'tis here. I open the box, I slit through the cellophane which contains it against a cardboard backing piece, so you still can't see it until I actually lift it out, and I show you guys first. And if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, never wrong, hardly ever. No, I think what is our average now? The ratio, I think I'm on about 95%. I get it right, but there have been a few where he gets it wrong. If you hear a strange whirly-bird sort of noise, the police helicopter is circling above at the moment. We get this a lot. You know, we back onto the cemetery, the big graveyard at the back there. Funnily enough, the police chopper is always circling above that with its spotlight coming down. Is it watching for people who've broken in, or watching for people that have broken out of the cemetery? We back onto this. Exciting times. Anyway, so you're going to hear that. Hopefully YouTube doesn't think, what? There's a copyright against the sound of police helicopters. You can't be using that, Kilt-Man. How dare you? Blockage straight away. Block, blockety block. Well, we'll see. So, ski and do at the ready. Now, in the background I'm playing Lewis and BB Barron's awesome proto-experimental electronic score for Forbidden Planet. Robbie the Robot, yes. I'm playing that. I know that's okay because I've played it before. Anyway, I'm going to read you the clues, right, that he sent me. to do with the film that is inside that box, emblazoned on lovely canvas. These things, by the way, folks, they are extraordinarily good. Now, the durability of these things and the lightweight nature of the little plywood surrounds that they're on, whether they're landscape or portrait, you can just one tack for the portrait in the wall, boof, up it goes, perfect. Two, if it's landscape. And if you just take them down and put a new one on. So you can constantly change the decor and the layout of your selection, your array of wall art, your movie wall art. Now, our big new conservatory at the back there, which is our last line of defence before the outbreak from the cemetery, pours over the walls. But helicopter's getting closer. You probably can't even hear it, but to me it's just out the back there. Now, I've put a few of them against the windows in the conservatory, and everyone here in the Kilt-Man is going, "Oh, they're gonna fade." They haven't. They don't seem to fade at all. I've even got some. Well, you can normally see them in the wall behind it over there by the cooker and the toaster and the kettle, and you think, "Oh, the steam and the heat." No, they look fantastic. But the thing is, you don't keep them there, you keep moving them around. That's the beauty of it. So if you get a big collection, and I've got a big collection of these now, courtesy of Steve, and it just keeps on growing, and it's great. You just keep moving them around, so it's just, you circulate them around the house. And every time I get one, I'm really like, "Oh wow, this is amazing." It never leaves my side for a while, so it goes upstairs to bed when I'm working on the laptop for Queen and Country. Fuck that. It's sitting beside me, or it's on the wall beside me. It's wherever I go, it's there. And I love that. I love being able to do that. What? Get on with the clue. I know. Okay, right. Okay, so this film found its fame in the home video market. In the home video market. So straight away, I'm put in mind of a film from the late 70s, early 80s, a film that may not have had such a great success theatrically, but obviously got a following on home video. And boy, how many of those do we know? There's two right behind me right now. The poster went on to become an iconic movie poster. Jesus, I mean, that's hardly specific, is it really? And here you go. The controversy it inspired still echoes today. The controversy is, do you pronounce it controversy or controversy? I say controversy. Now that kind of threw me, because I thought, well, the poster went on to become an iconic movie poster, okay, and then the controversy it inspired still echoes today. Does that mean the poster itself, or is it the film itself? And that kind of threw me a little bit at the start. And also, I should say that in his first actual message, before he'd even sent it, before it was even done, he said this one is genuinely the film poster, not fan art. So not like what you see behind me here for The Thing and for Evil Dead, which are just their recreations, their fan art put together, which Steve has a hand in doing. He takes images and he messes around with them, and he presses around with the credits as well and all that, and the title and the font. Does work some great stuff. He and his elves, which he sets to work in his mill, the movie canvas art mill that he has. So, right, the very first thing I thought of was Evil Dead. And then I thought, well, no, I've got that. But that is fan art. And I thought, what the iconic poster for it was that the spools of the tape, the cassette player, and they're all screaming, and there's loads of blurb, and I've seen the future of horror, and hang on, no, what's the Stephen King quote? The most gut-wrenching, sphincter-tingling horror film ever made. Oh, whatever it is. Stephen King had two famous quotes, one for The Evil Dead and one for Clive Barker. I've seen the future of horror, and its name is Clive Barker. But he had one for The Evil Dead as well. I've completely forgot one of this. So I thought, it's The Evil Dead. And I thought, well, no, I've got that. But oh no, this is the poster art. Thought too easy. It could well be it. I don't know. And then, well, I made a little list of other movies which were massively iconic And had their growth really from the onset of home video, they may have been, reasonably successful at the flicks, but it's home video that cemented their cult status and perhaps their notoriety. So Evil Dead, The Thing. Okay. But Steve knows that I'm not a fan of the original Drew Struzan artwork for The Thing. I know, my favourite film of all time, but The Thing's artwork, just the sort of kaleidoscopic face coming out of the snow parka and the figure just standing there. I know it's dead surreal and it's kind of freakish, but to me it does not reflect what the movie's about and the tone or mood. And yeah, I like the image, but to me it's not. I don't love that image. So, and Steve knows this, so I really don't think it's that. I really don't think it is. But again, The Thing is a film that took on its life from home video because it was just dismissed right royally at the flicks. Not by me, of course, because I'm old enough to have seen it when it first come out. And then I put down I Spit on Your Grave, which, video nasties, actually there's a couple of video nasties. I just thought, well, yeah, I don't think he'd said that, but it's one of these things that came to me, and it is an iconic poster. It truly is, and it's controversial, and it still inspires. It has echoes today, definitely. And it, as I say, it's a taboo breaking, absolutely classic, culture shock poster. Mad Max, which was 1979. But of course, it only got its big time cinematically in this country when it got re-released on a double bill with the debut of Mad Max 2. I saw them both at that time on that Mad Max 2. Okay for you guys in America, Road Warrior. That release. And that poster is fantastic. And there's a couple of variations on the actual original poster as well. Both of which are inaccurate because they depict Mad Max as wearing the motorcycle helmet of his buddy Jim Goose. He doesn't do that because he's a car copper, not a motorbike copper, and not a helicopter copper. A helicopter. It's coming for me, isn't it? So Mad Max, yeah, possibly. I put down Blade Runner because again, I'm thinking it's an iconic poster image. The film was not a success cinematically, theatrically. It was only on home video did it word of mouth, and suddenly the critics oh, it's actually really good, isn't it? Same as The Thing. Same as many of these movies, in fact. Maniac, Joe Spinell, Caroline Munro, Maniac. Great image. You were warned not to go out tonight, and he's there with a big butcher knife and he's holding like a scalp because he scalps his victims. And it is a really grueling, nasty, nasty image, but very colourful, very lurid. Pure video nasty video box cover, but that is the movie poster as well. And again, Maniac caused controversy in America, well, everywhere. It did not do well theatrically anywhere. It was home video where it really took off and became a huge, notorious video nasty. Die Hard. It's a great image, that. Great image. With the Nakatomi Plaza, police helicopter searchlights. What's going on? It's all connected. The sort of half image of John McClane, Bruce Willis, when he can still remember his lines. And, 40 stories high with adventure, thrills and danger on every level. It's a brilliant, brilliant poster. But that film was really big, theatrically as well, wasn't it? And the thing is, the film found its fame in the home video market. So it's not that. It's not Die Hard. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a great, great poster image. But the film came out back in 1974. But, it was successful theatrically in America and around other territories. And it did very well for a couple of weeks in the UK until it got pulled from distribution. It was banned in London, if I remember rightly, or taken off off cinemas in London. But it could be shown around the country parochially. And but then the video got took off shelves as well. And then it finally come out again and it made a bundle. I don't think it's that. For Your Eyes Only. Now we're in good territory here. It's a James Bond movie. It's 007, Steve 007, who sent this to us. Roger Moore, little Diddy Roger Moore, there with the pose. And there's those legs. Oh my God. The legs that go on forever and ever. And little Jimmy Bond is looking up into 00 heaven. Yeah, now, but the thing is that the controversy in Inspired Still Echoes today, Bond, just Bond. The poster went on to become an iconic movie poster. It definitely did. A lot of the Bond posters are. The film found its fame in the home video market. It was already... It was successful enough as it was. So I don't think it's that. 48 Hours. Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, Walter Hill. Sonny Landham's in there as well. James Remar. And on the original poster, you've got Eddie Murphy's like that. They're stood back to back, him and Nick Nolte. Eddie Murphy's like that, isn't he? Controversial. Controversial. Definitely. An iconic poster. Controversy it inspires Still Echoes today. Well, yeah, I can see, yeah, because it was the buddy thing, the good cop. Well, he's not a bad cop, he's a criminal, isn't he? But it was the white guy and the black guy. So you're going cross-culture, interracial, and it went down a storm. I mean, the thing is, it was massively big on home video. I actually don't remember the film coming out theatrically in this country. It did, but I don't remember going to see it, which is really odd. I don't remember it at all. But I remember the poster, and I remember because in the end, did they not take out the finger? And he's just like that. I'm thinking. But I've not really talked about 48 Hours on the channel. I've mentioned it in passing because I do love the movie. And I certainly love James Horner's score for it as well. But what Steve 007 Smith tends to send is films that I have talked about and definitely do love. But that's really up there though. I've got to be honest, that fits all of the criteria. Fright Night. I don't know why I put that down. I think just because I love the poster, which is like the house, obviously Jerry Dandridge's house, and you've got Chris Sarandon, and you've got the vampire in the clouds above with the big teeth. It's an absolutely fabulous image, that. And I do not have any posters of that. But I saw that film theatrically to a packed house, and I saw it several times to a packed house each time. So I know that's not like a mark of whether the film really did well and it was more famous because it was theatrical, or whether its fame only came about after it hit home video. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not getting the buzz from that. Zombie Flesh Eaters. I just did a video commentary on that, did I not? And I love the movie. And I love the poster for it. And the poster is a shocker. The film is controversial. Its violence is unparalleled. It still echoes today because it's one of the greatest zombie movies there's ever been. The film found its fame in the home video market. Yeah, it definitely did. It was released theatrically in this country. It was cut quite drastically, and then that theatrical cut got onto home video. No one was interested, but Vipco also put out the strong uncut version, and that went down a storm. That was tickety-boo with the gorehounds, and me included, and then it got banned, and then they took off the theatrical version as well. But it was notorious, one of the most extreme video nasties, highly infamous, highly sought after, and its fame went stratospheric because of that. And I've just covered it, so he knows just how much I love Zombie Flesh Eaters. So that fits all the bills, and it is an iconic picture as well. The weird thing is, the American one sheet is the Where My Zombie. I got the mask of that, and it is a great image with the tagline, "We are going to eat you." But that's not the great image. The image is the surreal depiction, just artwork of a huge zombified hand coming out the ground and hordes of zombies heading off towards the Big Apple to take a bite out of everybody in the Big Apple. Legions of zombies, all disheveled, all heading off to New York City. It is wonderful, with a horrible, sickly sun in the background, dripping horribly, like sort of icky and sweaty out of the sky. Evil Dead, The Thing, I Spit on Your Grave, Mad Max, Blade Runner, and I've missed one else here, Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Because, now, when that film came out, that was highly controversial because, oh, he's just killing everybody. Whereas First Blood was a thriller, an action thriller with a message, a heart and soul to it, and was critically applauded. But Rambo, First Blood Part 2, there were several things about that. One, he's got the cockamamie rocket launcher, the original poster, which isn't quite right what he's wielding there. And you've got that rather bizarre, everyone used to say, he's not real. Look at his arm, he had that strange ligament, that strange sinew from his pec to the top of his bicep. That's not anatomically possible. So everyone was saying it's like a Terminator. It's got like steel cords going through him. I remember that hit the papers as well. It was that big an idea. It's not true, of course, but it's just the way it was depicted. But the image was quite notorious as well because you've got a guy standing there with a weapon, his top off, muscles on show. Got to remember that although you'd had gun-toting vigilantes and stuff like Dirty Harry and Death Wish throughout the 70s, and gun-toting people on posters like The Magnificent Seven, The Wild Bunch, so westerns or war movies, that was okay. But a guy in the modern world who's not part of anything, and it was celebrating machismo and ballistic sort of firepower. Especially in this country, that kind of thing was not going down too well. And the film, this way it doesn't fit the rest. The controversy it inspired still echoes today. Well, Rambo definitely inspires controversy regardless. The poster went on to become an iconic movie poster. Well, it did. It definitely did. The film found its fame in the home video market. Rambo was massive. Rambo was huge at the flicks. God. So I don't think so, because that did not. That was successful at the flicks as well. But the poster is iconic. The controversy it inspired still echoes today. Yeah, definitely. Oh, God. So, what is it then? And Evil Dead, The Thing, no. No and no. I Spit in Your Grave, no. Mad Max, that's possible. That is possible. Blade Runner, that's possible. But controversial, though? I don't know. Rambo Festival Part 2, no. Maniac, no. Die Hard, successful at the flicks. Texas Chainsaw, you know what? I'm getting more drawn to 48 Hours. 48 Hours or Zombie Flesh Eaters. Let's have a little blast on. Well, I've got both. Let's have a look. I should have 48 Hours here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I do. Oh. Roxy's over there. And you see, she's quaffing her water there. Roxy, come and say hello. Roxy, hello, hon. Have you chased off that police helicopter? Have you? Yeah. She's like, shut up, Dad. Shut up, you idiot. Shut up, you idiot, and open that damn box so I can chew the cardboard up afterwards, which she will do. Right, so I'll keep it quiet though because you know what's going to happen. Right. Well, first of all, Cheers, Steve. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Liverpool just won a cracking game against Newcastle. I think they scored the winning goal in the 97th minute. 97th. But what a goal it was too. Anyway, right. So here we have the box. I think there's something rattling around it. Yeah. Now I've said previously that when you hear something rattling around, there's very often the canvas can get loose, but you can put these little wooden triangular pegs that go into the back, and you can tighten the canvas that way. And I've said that before, and every time I've said that, it's not been one of them that's knocking around in there. It's been like an advert on a piece of laminated card. Right, anyway. I'm gonna try and get into this. Yeah, I have. I've cut myself again. Right, now. It's alright. Should be able to pop this now. Now folks, I do not know if the image is a landscape or portrait. I don't think he said. No. So this could come out upside down and completely all over the place. But I'm gonna bring it out, and I'm gonna, you know, it's sealed in against a backing piece. So what I'll do is I shall slit this now. Oh, it'd help if I turned it around the right way so that you could see it. And the amount of times this thing's happened to me, I've cut it. Well, you drew first blood, sir. You drew first blood. Right. Let's slit this. Now, sadly, I can't tell which way it's going to come up, but let's hope it's the right way around. So what are we saying it is then, Kilt-Man? Are we saying it's 48 hours or zombie flesh eaters? I don't think it'd be 48 hours, to be perfectly honest, because I don't really talk about it, but I have talked a lot about zombie flesh eaters. But is it that? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to find out right now. Right now. Did I not just say first blood? What did I just dissed Rambo First Blood Part 2, didn't I? First Blood. Oh, but Steve, mate, by the way, look at that, folks. Look at that. First Blood. Awesome. I mean, there is a Rambo cutout canvas just over there. Can you see? Rambo First Blood Part 2. Let's make sure you don't fall over. Please don't fall over. So now we can go alongside that with First Blood. Look at that. And what did I say? You know, let's work it out then. The film found its fame in the home video market. Was First Blood not successful at the flicks? I remember, do you know what I remember? The first thing I saw of this was the trailer on before Walter Hill's Southern Comfort. And the thing that shocked me most about it was seeing Galt fall out the helicopter. Because you didn't know the context of it. And I thought, God, they've just thrown him out of the helicopter. Oh, that's horrible. Little did I know he was a bastard and deserved it. But look at this. I thought the film was successful enough. Obviously on home video it got like a whole new lease of life and everyone got First Blood. Everyone wanted that. They wanted Conan the Barbarian and this. And what was the other one? Oh, I mean action movie wise. What else would there be? There was something else. Oh, Escape from New York. I never thought about that, did I? Got loads of Escape from New York ones off Steve. The poster went on to become an iconic movie poster. It very definitely did. The controversy it inspired still echoes today. Well, yeah, what I said before about Rambo. Rambo definitely inspires controversy. Pure Reaganomics, the one-man army, the power of machismo, the culture of the gun and the knife. And you know, he's an anti-hero, isn't he? He's anti-establishment. He's been done wrong by society, especially in this movie. They've cheated on him after he's given, you know, he sacrificed so much for his country, and he gets shit on from a great height. Then goes on a one-man rampage, which, you know, because we you know, we're meant to be, you know, moralistic. We understand his plight, but we can't condone it. Bollocks. Kill them all, I say. You know, strictly speaking, he slipped up. I'm just surprised that any of your posse to live, as Teasel says to no, hang on. As Troutman says to Teasel. Anyway, let's just revel in this. This is Drew Struzan, who did that iconic The Thing poster, and many others as well. Back to the Future did that as well. Oh God, so many he's done. But he did this. Look at it. I mean, Stallone had a history of, like from the Rocky movies, it'd be him front and centre in a pose, showing off a bit of muscle. But that, you know, he's actually got a weapon. You know, he's got the M60. What are you going to the back of the truck, Robert? M60. and oh, we can play the music. And we can play the music again because it is from Intrada, who I work with. So we should be all right with that. I can review their stuff. They send me stuff. So I think we're going to be okay with a bit of First Blood. Let's get into turn up a little bit. This is where you're gonna. Don't worry about the soap. He's tough. Just shave him dry. What's the matter, Mitch? Don't you like water sports? But the man said, clean him up. Boot, clean him up. The great Jack Starrett, film director as well as actor, who plays Galt, the big bully boy down in the cell block. Look at this. It's iconic, certainly, and I love, you know, the vehicles and the searchlights in the background, the headlights. The colour of that is spectacular. I've just realised Steve said something earlier on before he sent me the clues. He said, like, we're working on this now. All I'm going to do is change the a bit of the credits on it. So I don't know if he's done some little trickery, some jiggly-pokery here. Mario Casar and Andrew Wagner presents a Ted Kotcher film. Sylvester Stallone, First Blood, Richard Crenna. Because sometimes he puts a little sneaky little someone else's name, like my name would be in there. No, he hasn't. And the book is brilliant. If you've not read David Morrell's book, First Blood, it is fantastic. And it completely changes your idea of the story and the characters. And pretty much everyone dies in it as well. Everybody. I did a video on this. Quentin Tarantino actually wants to, well, he did do, don't know if he still does, wanted to remake First Blood, but actually follow it as a faithful adaptation of Morrell's book, which this film is not a faithful adaptation. And he wanted people like Kurt Russell and Adam Driver to be in it. Adam Driver playing the Rambo character, and Kurt Russell perhaps as Teasel. Ooh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? But look at this. Isn't that just terrific? Here we go. Jerry Goldsmith, who would score the first 3 Rambo movies excellently, of course. Look at the blue and look at the lightning. That is just terrific, isn't it? And Stallone's face. And I was going to I am reviewing the film Samaritan, which is Stallone's latest movie, which right now I'm going to say, before I do the review, in another video, I really enjoyed it while it was on. But the minute it finished, I forgot everything. the film has no lasting power in your mind. He's great in it. The little lad is okay in it as well. And the action is great, but it's a PG-13. This is on Amazon Prime, by the way. It's a PG-13, but it really should be an R-rated movie. The violence in it is really pretty bad, and it's a very mean-spirited movie as well. But so that's Stallone's latest, which I was going to cover. Isn't this weird? I cut my hand. Where's that cut? Well, obviously my Wolverine mutant healing powers kicked in for once. There's a little red dot there now. But I said the truth first blood. I don't know what comes out. So even when I don't guess it, even when I don't guess the bloody movie. By the way, did you notice I didn't actually say what I thought it was going to be? Because I was 48 hours, zombie flesh eaters. I didn't really think it was either of them. I honestly didn't. But, you know, you can't say fairer than that, can you? That is an absolute beaut, Steve, mate. It's fantastic. And the British quad was this exact image, but there was just more vehicles. And if I'm right, First Blood is the where's First Blood are positioned over there. He stood on one side, but you've got more vehicles lined up there, and more of the the storms and the ominous clouds, and this lovely, really amazing blue. You're getting the ring light, which is bouncing off it, like, but look at that. So let's see if we can see any weird bionic bits that aren't. It was the First Blood poster, Rambo First Blood Part 2 poster. You go and look at it. They may have changed it now in modern iterations of it, but when it first came out, it did. People were spotting it, and it was all over the press. He's got a weird arm. He's not human. He's a robot. You know, if you're going to have biomechanics to sort your body out, you get your fucking lip. You just straighten this out. In the morning, I splash this on and I smell like a jungle rat. Jungle rat? That's from Rocky 2, by the way. But look at that. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, Drew Struzan really captures vivid moments, doesn't he? And it's the colour. And look at the lightning. And, you know, that is Stallone. That's Stallone there. I've got him. Teasel, don't worry. I've got him. Troutman, stand down. I've got him. I've caught him. That Rambo guy. He's on the loose again. Way. Fantastic. Just going to put that there for a second. And just have a little swig of the whiskey. Mind the cut. Deja First Blood. You couldn't write this shit, could you? Cheers, y'all. No, you couldn't write this shit. Which makes you wonder why I had this just behind the camera there. What are you holding with a knife? You know what I mean? Not saying I knew what was in there, because I didn't. I genuinely didn't. This has been on the table all day. It has. I was farting around with that before. But so what did I go through? Evil Dead, The Thing, I Spit in Your Grave, Mad Max, Blade Runner, Rambo 2, Maniac, Die Hard, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, For Your Eyes Only. That is a great poster, that. 48 Hours, Fright Night, Zombie Flesh Eaters. But I also wrote, can you see? Can you see? What's down there? I'm going to turn that ring light off. First Blood. Drew Struzan. You see, I have a little play around with these things. And if I'm wrong, you wouldn't see any of that. You wouldn't see that knife. You would not see what I'd written there. You would not see that. It'd just be like, oh, God, I was that close, or I thought of this, oh, I was down the wrong track there. The reason why I thought of that is exactly when I started thinking about the Rambo First Blood Part 2 poster. Seriously, this is no dicking about now. I thought, Rambo First Blood Part 2, That's iconic. It's controversial. The film is definitely controversial. The kill count was off the scale for its time. And the politics, no one liked the politics of Stallone and all that at the time. Like, so, and I thought, but the film was a success at the flicks, so it can't be that. So, well, but the image, everything that fit, I thought, well, what's controversial still has echoes today? You know, poster-wise, and I went through all those other ones. I genuinely thought it could be any of those, but then I eliminate them because I've already got them. He's already sent me them. It wouldn't be one of these video nasties. I definitely thought of zombie flesh eaters. I really hung on to that idea for quite some time. This is just about the course of today, by the way. But the more I began to think about Rambo First Blood Part 2, I think, well, hang on, there was one that came before it, and the sort of controversial image of that, well, it's a manhunt for one thing. It's showing the authority in a bad light. It's also showing Vietnam vets coming back and facing that hostile, quiet war, the kind of where nobody wins, you know. And the whole mistreatment of veterans in America. And this tale of a man on the run who's been wronged, but he's gonna commit crimes, you know, and he's not trying to clear his name. He's fighting back. People don't like that, you know. It's anti-authoritarian, anti-establishment, and the great big image on the poster, lest you look again, is a muscle-bound guy carrying heavy firepower. Again, the American dream of being a one-man army, toting weapons and fighting back, fighting the good fight, fighting for yourself, fighting for your family, fighting for, you know, your brothers and all that kind of stuff. But all of which I believe in, by the way. So yeah, bring it on. Where's my M60? Pass it over here. Oh, I'll make do with the whiskey then. But so the more I thought about First Blood Part 2, hang on, no, it's more First Blood. Is it First Blood? And, you know, it fits all the clues. The film found its fame in the home video market. It did. It was a successful movie. But in this country, certainly, where me and Steve are both from this country, and we're both the same sort of age, we would definitely be getting this on home video, on Betamax, on VHS. We were getting this. You mates around, get a few cans in, and you're watching Stallone cutting through those redneck coppers, you know. And it was a glorious, you know, sort of bit of teenage bravado, and, you know, a sort of, you know, kick the establishment. It was an Eddie Murphy 48 Hours, you know, to the ruling classes. And it's an iconic image, and it reverberates today. Not only the film, but the image. Whether it's Stallone standing there, after this movie, this is the other thing as well, after this movie, how many other films would have just the one guy standing there, heavy firepower, Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone again, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell. You'd have all the Steven Seagal, everybody who was anybody kicking ass in movies would have an iconic poster like this, where they're just standing there, they're tooled up, or they're just, their physical guns are rippling. But this is what started it. Debatably, you know, he started it with the Rocky ones, but they're not exactly controversial, are they? You know, but that is. Oh, by the way, cutting myself, that wasn't part of the ploy. But I quickly saw a chance there. Oh, I can add this. This will be good if I'm right. And if not, won't make any difference. And it has stopped bleeding now. It's a bit sore, but anyway. The amount of times I've cut myself with this, and you see me doing videos with bows and arrows, with swords, with axes, with knives. And I expect with guns, with knives, with bare hands. But I've done more damage to myself with this bastard than anything else. With this, I slit that finger down to the bone on camera. I've cut my hands several times, just opening them bloody boxes and taking ties off things, slitting through stuff, you know, and it plunges through. Yeah. Steve, mate, it's fantastic. next time, I won't do any little games. I won't do any. I'll just say what I think it is, and we'll see what happens. Because I'm gonna come a serious cropper. If I don't just slit an artery with the ski and do, I'll just be completely wrong anyway. I look like a right tit. But look at this though. The real beauty here is this. Absolutely magnificent art. Drew Struzan at his best. Now, that's a good name to say with a Scottish accent. Deduce, hey, deduce. And it's fucking artwork. It's fucking iconic. Isn't that just the beauty? So that's, I mean, as I said before, that's going to travel around with me now. That's coming to bed in a bit. But that's brilliant. Steve, mate, thanks so much. Means a lot. Always does. I hope we're going to be okay with this music. I hope this video is going to go out there. If it doesn't, going to have to rethink things quite drastically. I think that's on the cards anyway, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to like rejig the format, which just means either playing the music a bit quieter or just talking a bit louder over the top of it. But, you know, I review a lot of movie music. It's a huge part of what I've done since day one. So to remove that from the channel, it's going to be a bit of a kick in the chunks. But look, I've only been blocked about 3 times, and I've won 2 of them. So I might win this one. So you know, let's not worry about these things. You know, would Rambo worry? No. Cheers, Joe. You know, what you call being blocked, I call home. And weirdly enough, I've just thought about the police helicopter. You've got helicopter. Do you know, I didn't even think about that. I bet Steve's at home, he's going like, is he arranged for a police helicopter as well? How does he do it? How does he know? Ow. I wish he was still here now. Could have gone outside. You've seen the spotlight coming down. Oh, God. One day I'll do that. Normally it's around about 2, 3 in the morning. And you wake up and it... overhead. Like, oh, God, it's back again. Jesus. So sometimes I've gone out into the back and into the back garden. And it's been overhead with a spotlight just in the cemetery, just beyond. And you just... It's like, beam me up. It's literally, you know, you're Travis Walton. You're going to be abducted and anally probed. Mrs. I come scuttling back in again, locking all the doors behind me. Mrs. Kilt-Man, you go and investigate. You like that sort of thing, don't you? But I've stood there and I've gone, do it now. I'm here, do it now. You can imagine that someone's just stolen a car and driven it into the cemetery. That's what they do, you see. When people have stolen a vehicle, they drive it into the cemetery and then they park it there. And in the past, they've burnt them out. That's not often. But they park the car and they get out on foot and they leg it through the tombstones. And it's a big cemetery. There's loads of trees, loads of places to hide. And there's ways of... Where that cemetery is, it's bordered by 1, 2, 3, 4 roads with multiple entrances and therefore exits. So, you know, once you're in there, you can hide a bit. Literally, it's like a manhunt. It's first blood, totally. And off you can scuttle when it's gone over that way. And like, it's telling all the cars, it's been spotted on Poulton Road. So they all speed off that way. So he just legs it out onto Seaview Road. You know, that's how they do it. But there you go. Of course, he would just throw a rock at the helicopter. Look at that. It's fantastic, isn't it? Steve, mate, thanks so much. Folks, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And in the meantime, in this ever on the run, escape and evade in between time, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I am going to see you all. Laters. And I will review Samaritan probably tomorrow. So please, hang fire for that one. Laters!